Hey everyone, and welcome to episode 50 of Let's Platinum and 100% Bloodborne. Quickly before I start Vicar Amelia, I just want to talk about a few things. So, first of all, I went back to the Hunter's Dream like I said I would to refill on blood vials, and I had to use, well, I had to use several and then I lost two. But if you go back here, there's actually a summon sign. I didn't realize this, but I'm going to summon Henriette here. I believe it costs us one insight. I didn't actually see. I think it costs one insight. And we're going to summon Henriette because should be pretty useful against Vicar Amelia. When I did this on my profile, I didn't know that this was here. I actually used Henriette later on in the game. But yeah, she's an old hunter. I used Henriette later on in the game. I beat Vicar Amelia on my first go on my account. But I'm going to use Henriette here because I think she's going to be pretty good. Using a second NPC, or using like an NPC to help you, it apparently affects the health of the boss, so the boss gets like more health because, you know, in order to compensate for the fact that you're using an NPC. But I still think it's better overall to use an NPC. Alright, so let's try this. Hopefully I succeed. It would really suck if I don't succeed. Alright, so I'm going to skip everything, and I'll use the fire paper. Because her attention is going to be on Henriette mostly, so yeah. I think fire, he's weak to fire. Okay, so that's a good start. As you can see, yeah, he's pretty much got like a lot more health than he had before, but he should focus, actually he's focusing on the wall right now, and with Henriette's added damage, like, this will be pretty good. Okay, doing pretty well so far. The other thing I did was I used some blood echoes to, missed. Dodge again. I used some blood echoes to level up again. I just put another point into skill, and I also changed my more echoes per, let's say, visceral, that wasn't quick enough. That was a visceral attack opportunity. Visceral attacks, you can only perform them like within a few seconds of actually knocking them down. How's Henriette herself? Okay. The good thing is Henriette also heals herself. Yeah, with this combination, like, he's pretty much stuck to do stuff. He just keeps getting, like, staggered constantly with both my attacks and hers. What's she doing there? What's she doing? Remember that attack? Is she gonna pray? Remember that if she starts praying, then you have to stop her, but there's also the praying where she puts her hands together and slams the ground. And that's not good, you gotta get out of the way of that. It's going pretty well so far. Happy with how it's going. Die. What was I talking about though? I forgot now. Damn. Oh, that's right, yeah. When I changed the rune from more echoes to all types of damage reduction by 4%. I'd prefer that for right now. That's the only thing I did. Come on. Come on. Yeah, you can see, like, she's got a ton more health. Well, a ton, but it's still better than I think not having Henriette. Maybe not so much with this boss, but definitely with a boss later on in the game. Okay, I'm not going to bother with the fire paper, I'm just going to try and take her down like this. That's going to hurt. Definitely with a boss later in the game, we're definitely going to need a second player. Oh, come on, someone's dead. Yeah, you're gone. Yay, first time. Alright, so definitely use Henriette because you can essentially stagger Vicar Amelia to death. Alright, gold pendant, and we got some more insight. Let's light the lamp. Now, very important, you must not forget to touch the skull up here. If you forget to touch the skull up here, then you won't be able to access the Old Hunter DLC, which we're going to do today. I don't think we're going to first boss. We will... Well, we might, if I get to the first boss, it'll be like in order to start in the next episode. Yeah, I think I'm going to take things kind of slow with the Old Hunter DLC because, like I haven't mentioned yet, it is no joke. The Old Hunter DLC is very, very difficult. Alright, once you inspect this, the Vicar Amelia and inspect the skull, these guys will show up, and they will give you the Eye of a Blood-Drunk Hunter. Beckons hunters to the hunter's nightmare. A deformed creature will whisk you away outside Odin Chapel. So it actually tells you how to access it in a way. There it is, Eye of a Blood-Drunk Hunter. So let's have a quick look at that. I think it's, yeah, there. The Eye of a Blood-Drunk Hunter. Its pupil is collapsed and turned to mush, indicating the onset of the Scourge of Beasts. A hunter who goes drunk with blood is said to be taken by the nightmare, destined to wander forever, engaged in an endless hunt. It is a fate that no hunter can escape. Okay, so once you have that, we're going to go to the Cathedral Ward again. And... excuse me. And we're going to go outside the left door, and we're going to let the Lesser Amygdala grab us. Now, it's kind of scary because, you know, when he grabs us, he hurts us, or she, whatever. Amygdala sounds like a female name, but it doesn't really have a gender. It's a freaking alien. Yeah, she or he or it is going to grab us and take us to the old Hunter's DLC, which is, yeah, really cool. And actually, I think you guys will like it. Well, it's hard to say because some people really? But I personally liked it. I like when games do that type of thing. Okay, so in order to be grabbed, I think you have to stand near this body. And then he brings his hand. Yeah, okay, and now he grabs you. So just stand near that body where there was an item there before. Yeah, okay, so he frenzies us and basically almost kills us. Here we go.
Their children.
I think to raise my volume a little bit. That's probably a lot. Let me lower it a bit.
And their children forever true.
Alright. So that was a whole lot of nothing. I don't know if there's a cutscene when I get in, so I'm going to be prepared to lower the game audio again. I don't think there is. But you guys might recognize this place. However, it looks a little different. Here we go. What? Where are we? This looks exactly like the Cathedral Ward. That is the case, and I will move as soon as I can get the... There we go. The game audio is pretty much what I want it to be at. Yeah, this looks like the Odin Chapel, but creepy dude is gone. There's no stairs to exit back towards Father Gascony there. Despite what it looks like up there, you can't actually get up there. At least, I don't think so. It'd be interesting if you could get up there, and I couldn't figure it out. It looks like you can jump off the edge there. Maybe there is a way to get up there. Because remember, there was a rune up there. I can't remember which one. There was a rune up there. There's still this door, but it's locked. Or at least it doesn't open from this side. And there's the lamp, and yeah, this is the only way to go. And now, if you look, we're in the Hunter's Nightmare, and it is very, very, very similar. Let's grab some stuff. Frenzied Cold Blood 8. Very, very, very similar to the actual game itself. So what they did was they took, you know, you could say they rehashed assets. I didn't know you could see it from there. You could say they rehashed assets, but I like the way they did it. I think it's cool. Alright, so let me just think for a sec here before we continue. I know up there... Yeah, we're going to go up here first. And we're going to meet... I forgot his name. Renji? I can't remember. The one from Bleach, who had the Zabimaru sword. So this old hunter, and a lot of these enemies are no joke. They are freaking tough, and they can hurt you quite a bit, and their attacks are very difficult to dodge. So I didn't get that one before. It's Adept. Please no enemy come and attack me. I just want to check what this is. Adept. Okay, it's Blunt Attack. Alright. I never got that drop before. Yeah, so come up here, take Renji out, and get your access to the first item from the old hunter set, the old hunter cap. Now, again, much like the main game, for some reason, none of the items seem to have as good overall sort of defense that my gear does. So I think this is like the best. Maybe instead of Henrik's Hunter, I do actually kind of like the Yharnam Hunter. Or is it? Oh, yeah, pretty much exactly the same. I don't know. Like, this is a 3 and 3 exchange, and 2 and 2. There's probably one that has 4. That's what I'm wearing. It's really up to you what you guys want to wear. I tend to like there's a 3 and 2. Yeah, I'm gonna wear those Executioner trousers. They actually seem better to me. But yeah, like I said, there's generally the way I like to do the gear is I don't remember that. Oh wait, yeah, I do. You can't jump up there though. I like to try and have like an overall stat resistance to as many things as I possibly can. And oops. Killed him. Old Hunter gloves, that's where those are. Hopefully I'm not going through this too fast. Yeah, I like to have an overall thing. And something else I noticed is, later on in the DLC, I won't spoil it too much, but there's a boss that his main attack... Whoa! I knew it. And now I'm probably going to die because I... Okay, here we go. Alright, let's see if I can get this guy with some... I haven't tried it on this enemy yet, but it shouldn't be too hard. Ow, that's bad. There we go. So there's like an example of a well-timed visceral attack, and you can actually, like, see, yeah, that was pretty good actually. But it's just, for me, it's just so difficult to time the shot. I got lucky there, but it took me what, 3 shots? Yeah, 3 to actually get it to work. So, but I think it might be worth taking the few shots to get it to work in the first place, just simply because. The visceral attack is just so powerful. Yeah, I mean, that's the good thing about this game, is like, if you are really good at that timing and you can get it down, you can have, like, it's a whole different game. Okay, so these guys, the Frenzies from before, for some reason they seem to be scared of you. I don't know why. It's Bloodborne, so it's probably something to do with blood. But yeah, I never understood that. I don't know why they're scared of you. I thought it might be the light as well, like the light from the day, because if you look, like, that area is kind of shaded, so they might be afraid of the light. But I don't know, it's kind of tricky. That gate I think is unopenable. I could never go past that. Is there another item here? No. But look, these guys are, like, basically light. You can see their shadows, and these ones aren't scared of you. So I don't know, it's a bit confusing. There we go. That jump attack I just did was with L2, like forward pressing of L2, and I got that move to come out. I didn't press R2 at all, so I'm not sure exactly how to do that, but it sort of seems to happen when I'm attacking. Now that guy over there, that other hunter, who I'm going to take out in a sec. I don't really have the names down, by the way, like my funny naming conventions. This time I tried to come up with some, like, call that guy Old Bob, Old Hunter Bob. But yeah, I'm probably not going to do that as much. If I do, good. If I don't, oh well. Yeah, let's leave him here. Wow, this is really bad. Alright, come on. Now. No, those two. Wait. So, now. Okay, I got him. So once you work out the timing, it's easier, of course. Like this guy. Oh, that was a good guess. If I hadn't guessed that right, I would have been destroyed there. Oh, good. And I got it. Oh, I thought I got him again. Yeah, watch out for Fireball. Oh, crap. Now. Oh, that should have been it. Got him again, but am I going to get there in time? Nope. Yeah, this is super dangerous fighting both of them at once, but I think my... Look at that craziness. Oh, that was good, but I can't separate them. This is really hard. Can you not fire at me like that? Okay. Let's try this again. Oh, damn it. Now. Come on. Yes, okay, good. Now we have an opportunity. And now. Oh. Try that again. And again. Okay, I got you this time. Now. Oh, that was it. Come on. There we go. Oh, and it didn't even give me the visceral attack. Alright, so another thing is if you use the R1 attack of the Hunter Axe when it's one-handed, it's obviously a lot quicker than you know, than R2, or than two-handed version. But another thing is if you use the Saw Cleaver, look how fast it is. It's really, really fast, and using the Saw Cleaver against the those enemies that I was just killing, well, maybe not so much the fire one, but the old hunter one, is pretty good. I noticed that you could basically chain him until death, so it might be worth using that, or even the Blade of Mercy if you want. Okay, so this is where we go. Oh yeah. So for some reason, I feel like it was an afterthought. They introduced these little traps and stuff into the game. I've got to be kind of careful of those. There's not too many, and it's only in this area of the game, but yeah, they introduced that now. There should be some hounds, bloodhounds coming down. Literal bloodhounds. Well, not really literal, but almost literal. I can't remember how to get that, and have I skipped it? No, I haven't skipped it. I can go this way. Alright, so the bloodhounds, yeah, here we go. Yeah, now these guys are definitely bloodhounds. They were not in... They look like a certain type of dog breed. I can't think of what it's called, but I've definitely seen that dog breed. The one that was the basis, I assume, was the basis of the Pokemon Houndoom. That's what it looks like to me. Well, Houndoom must be a hound, but I'm sure it has like a different pedigree or name or whatever. Oh crap! I thought that was a another trap. Okay, so there's some Molotov cocktails there for no reason. There's a hunter up there who we want to try and rush. For this guy, rush him and then just keep attacking him. And like rush him, press R1 and keep attacking him, and he should go down. That guy's not too hard. Okay, 3 blood vials up here. Then we can jump down here carefully. And we make our ways here. Some more Frenzies. These ones are scared of you as well, so take an opportunity and just leave the crap out of them. Oh, and then there's him. I forgot about him. Alright, let's see if we can use this again. It's way too early. Ooh. And there's a problem. Oh, right. I actually, yeah, I'm remembering this guy a lot now. Alright, let's try this again. So, wait. It's too late, I think. There we go. You'll notice his eyes are red, and that, it's not a big deal, but it'll come into play a little bit later. I won't be utilizing the full... There we go. I'm actually getting pretty good at that now. I won't be utilizing the full extent of what that means, but I will explain it eventually. Let's see if I can finish off with this now. Oh, come on, jump, jump, jump! Oh, okay. I was hoping for the jump, it didn't jump, and then he ran towards me. Okay, so if you kill him, you pick up 3 blood vials, then you can also pick up a Vermin. Vermin, I'll explain in just a sec. Here we go. Root of man's impurity, writhes within filth. A centipede-like creature discovered on successful hunts by League hunters. Vermin, found hidden within filth, are only seen by League confederates and are the root of man's impurity. The League has assumed the task of finding and crushing all vermin. Perhaps there is some mercy in the madness. Those who wish to see vermin can, and those who choose to are provided with boundless purpose. Alright, so vermin, for me, they're not really going to have a use, but they are going to be... I am going to mention them again at probably one of the last episodes, because we need to do something with them. Well, we need to... I'll give you more information about like what you can do with them and all that at the end. It's more of a co-op thing. I think it's essentially the DLC version of the what's it called? The Blood Dreg from the Vile Bloods and all that. Okay, so Beast Cutter. Now, Beast Cutter is a trick weapon. There are quite a few weapons. I can't remember how many. It's like 10 or 12 weapons in this game. New weapons from the DLC that you can use. So Beast Cutter is actually the one that the Zabimaru guy has been using. Or Renji from Bleach. And yeah, I mean, like, look, it's pretty cool. You know, even two-handed, you can't press L2. That's, okay, so that's something to note. if you're using it two-handed, you can still use your hunter pistol. So that might be worthwhile exploring. I know that different players have different styles. How do I want to handle this? Yeah, let's go down this way. Different players have obviously got different styles of playing, and wait, no, this guy I can kill with this. Oh, nice. Yeah, be careful of some enemies in the game. They're really fast. As you can see. As you can see. Oh my god, please. Now. No, press forward on the R2. There we go. Press forward on the R2. Press forward on the thumbstick. Alright, there we go. So he's pretty easy to stun. There's not too many more of that type of enemy in the game. You fight him like once here and then I think a few times later on. So don't worry too much. Now we'll go this side and grab the twin bloodstone shards. Let's just double check over here before I go and get that item. Yeah, we went there. Yeah, we came from there. Okay, so the only thing left is this item, which we can collect by jumping down here. More twin bloodstone shards. Now we're doing it on time. Okay, we're almost finished. Okay, we're definitely not going to get to the first boss, like I said. But we'll be able to show off some, like a new enemy as well, and another new enemy who I do not have enough quicksilver bullets for. So we'll see. Okay, now another thing, jump down here, and you can get the old hunter trousers. And then, if we can do this right... Okay, I didn't mean to do that, but that actually worked out okay. If you jump down here, you gain access to this shortcut, which I kind of just opened before. Remember, Henriette was over there in the non-Hunter's Nightmare version. There's nothing up there this time, so don't worry about that. And this opens up a nice shortcut from the beginning down there in the Hunter's Nightmare. So the Cathedral Ward is there, and then you just run up here. All you have to do is fight Renji. We'll call him Renji. Let's call him Renji. Fight Renji, and you can kill these guys, I guess, if you want. And then, yeah, come over here. And these guys are scared of you again, for whatever reason. Maybe someone in the comments will tell me. Okay, and now we climb up here. And here. Alright, so there's a boulder up there. I didn't I didn't fall for it this time. I didn't fall for it the first time when I went through the DLC, because I noticed it. I was like, haha, you're not gonna fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Alright, now the hard part. I really wish I had more quicksilver bullets. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna press up on the D-pad to get 5 more. Can I do it again? No, I can't do it again. Okay, so press up on the D-pad to get more quicksilver bullets. I've got 7 now. 7 should be plenty. Oh, and there's the old hunter garb. Okay, so that's the whole old hunter set, and I'll just show it off. So old hunter cap. I have 3 negative versus 2 positive. Old hunter garb. 2 positive versus 5 negative, and that's not including. Obviously, I'm not including the bottom bit, which yeah, again, it's not worth for the previous one. Old hunter gloves. I'm pretty sure they're called. Yeah. 3 versus 3, so that one's not too bad. You can probably get away with that one. Something I should check, actually. Maybe... so what's it on? Is it on 60? It's hard to tell. Yeah, they're on 60. And then, what about Arcane? That's also on 60. And Fire is on 60. Okay, so you gain... like 10, 10, lose 10. Yeah, it's a pretty like even trade-off, so you could use that one if you want. And then finally, the old hunter trousers is 3 4 3. So same thing. Okay, now the interesting bit. When you get to this point, you'll climb these steps, and these 2 hunter bobs will run up to the door and open it. And we will meet one of the most frustrating enemies in this game. I call him Tentacloga. Okay, so I do have a few names. And he basically destroys those 2 guys without any issue. And now for me, to beat him, I actually like to use... Oh no, don't do that again. Get away, get away. I like to use... Did I just do a backflip? There we go. Oh, I missed it. That was silly, I wasn't close enough. So just find your timing. There we go. And the reason I like to do that is because... Oh, actually didn't do as much damage as I thought. But yeah, it does good damage, and it's less risky to fight him that way. Well, I actually did get him there. One thing I should note. Nice. Oh, damn, I didn't think I'd get him. Dodge. One thing I should note is be careful of the purple. He's still not dead? Okay, now he's dead. Be careful of that purple stuff. If he stands still like he did, and he kind of waves his axe in the air, he will create like a purple energy field on his weapon, and it'll have like a shockwave effect. So he'll like swing his axe, and then there'll be a shockwave. So be very, very, very careful of that. And if you are struggling with fighting him the way I did, with the what are they called? Bullets, Quicksilver bullets. Another strategy you can use, and I found worked pretty well. Unfortunately, it only works for this guy. If you come down here, and we'll go back into that room just a sec. If you come down here, he'll get stuck around this point, and you can kind of like bait him, and then do like a jump R2, and then roll away. Then bait him again, do a jump R2, roll away. And you can kind of keep doing that and taking him out that way. It takes a little bit longer, but it's, I guess, mildly safer. I still got hit there, but that was how I took him out the first time. Or the first, like, confident time, I guess you could say. Alright, since... Yeah, we're almost done with the episode, but I'll go in here to kind of spoil things a little bit for you. Alright, so... Oh my god, what is that? That looks like the Cleric Beast. Now, luckily, we don't have to fight him. Yet. But we do have to collect the eye pendant from his hand. So, don't worry about this guy. We'll regrettably be back later. Yeah. You guys are gonna hate that guy. But hopefully I've come up with a decent strategy to beat him, and that it works. Oops, hang on. Sorry, I'm just trying to look at the background. There we go. Alright, where's the eye pendant? Okay, eye pendant. Eye pendant that unlocks the surgery altar. An eye pendant which unlocks the surgery altar. There are 2 cathedrals in the Hunter's Dream. One lies past the River of Blood, and another contains the private research hall of the Healing Church. Only chosen members of the Healing Church or their lamentable patients can enter the research hall using this eye. Grant eyes to the surgery altar skull. Okay, so yeah, that's a key item that we're going to have to use to like open up a oh, I didn't get to a lamp. Yeah, that's right. That's the other thing. The nearest lamp is really far away. Alright, that kind of sucks. But what you can do is, if you are following this like on day 1, just exit the game from here. Just exit and you'll be right here. So there's no... It's not a big deal. I know, like, for me personally, I always like to try and be in the Hunter's Dream. But, yeah, it's not a big deal. Anyway, we have to use that eye pendant. It's like a key to an area later on, so we'll do that later on. But yeah, that is it right now for episode 50 of Let's Platinum and 100% Bloodborne. My name is Ultima456, and I'll see you next time.